What is up, guys? Welcome back to Flick Finesse. I'm so glad you're here. Do you live for that aha moment? If you're obsessed with solving mysteries, chasing clues, and watching shows loaded with secrets and twists, this video is 100% made for you. Today, we're diving deep into the top 11 best mystery series you can stream right now. We're hitting Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, and other platforms. Trust me, these are the shows that grab you on a Friday night and don't let go. They'll pull you into worlds where every truth hides a lie, and every clue leads to something way darker than you expect. Alright, that's enough talk. Grab your favorite snack, get comfy, and let's uncover this list of deception and unforgettable storytelling. Let's dive in. Tin Star. Jim Worth, a former British detective, arrives in the quiet mountain town of Little Big Bear, Canada, hoping to bury his violent past and build a peaceful life with his family. But this idyllic escape quickly turns sour when a massive oil company sets up shop, bringing with it corruption, greed, and bloodshed. When tragedy strikes his family, something inside Jim snaps. From the wreckage emerges Jack Devlin, his ruthless, drunken alter ego, born from years of suppressed rage and pain. Jack doesn't care about laws or consequences. He only knows vengeance. As bodies start to pile up and the line between justice and madness blurs, Tin Star becomes a gripping portrait of duality. The man who wants redemption and the beast who craves revenge. Tim Roth delivers a mesmerizing performance, embodying both tenderness and terror in the same breath. Each episode drips with tension, soaked in whiskey, regret, and the cold bite of the Canadian wilderness. This narrative shuns the banality of the provincial precinct, offering instead a corrosive, volatile plummet into the shattered psyche of a man. Behold the Rockies, where crimson stains mar the alpine purity, and culpability casts a spectral pall upon every dawn's emergence. It is an experience both spectral and savage, yet imbued with a poignant, shattering humanity. Number 10. Young Wallander. Kurt Wallander is young, idealistic, and haunted by the kind of silence only a city full of secrets can hold. Working the cold streets of modern-day Malmo, he's still learning what justice means, until one night, a brutal hate crime shatters everything he thought he knew about right and wrong. The case drags him deep into a world of racial tension, poverty, and corruption, where every alley hides a different kind of truth. The police force he believed in starts to look more like a battlefield, and the lines between law and morality blur fast. As Wallander pushes deeper, the faces of the victims and the whispers of the guilty begin to haunt him. The deeper he goes, the more he realizes, sometimes the system isn't broken, it's built that way. Young Wallander is not your typical detective story. It's a raw, moody crime drama about a man who wants to change the world, but finds himself sinking into its shadows. It's about rage, guilt, and the painful birth of a conscience in a place where empathy is a liability. This is Sweden, cold, divided, and bleeding beneath the neon. And somewhere in that darkness, a detective is being born. Number 9. The Frog. John Young-ha runs a quiet little motel on the edge of nowhere, a fading slice of countryside where time feels like it's stopped. His days are repetitive, silent, haunted by something he refuses to remember. Every night he stands by the frog pond outside, staring into its still water, as if waiting for the past to speak back to him. Then one evening, a young woman named Yu Solna walks in, bright, unpredictable, carrying a story she won't tell. Her arrival breaks the fragile calm of Young-ha's life. What begins as a simple stay turns into a tense dance of suspicion, buried guilt, and dangerous curiosity. The air grows heavier, the frogs fall silent, and the shadows in the motel start whispering secrets only the guilty can hear. As timelines collide between past and present, the truth seeps out like water through cracked wood. Slow, poisonous, impossible to stop. Everyone here is running from something, and no one leaves clean. The Frog is a slow-burn Korean psychological thriller that hides horror inside quiet moments. It's not about monsters in the dark, it's about the monsters we let live inside us. Beautifully shot, painfully tense and deeply human. It's a story of guilt, obsession, and the unbearable weight of silence. This isn't just another mystery. It's a haunting descent into conscience and consequence, where every ripple in the pond tells a story someone tried to bury. Number 8. Hinterland. Detective Chief Inspector Tom Mathias is a man on the edge, haunted eyes, restless soul, and a past he can't outrun. When he lands in the remote Welsh town of Aberystwyth, it's not for peace, it's exile. He hides out in a caravan by the sea, surrounded by cliffs, rain, and ghosts that never stop whispering. But the silence doesn't last. A brutal murder cuts through the quiet countryside, dragging Mathias into a series of crimes that expose the dark, decaying heart of rural Wales. Behind every farmhouse and chapel lies something rotten, old sins buried in the mud, and secrets that refuse to stay dead. Working alongside D.I. Merritt Riss, a sharp and grounded local cop, Mathias is pulled deeper into a landscape soaked in grief and guilt. Together, they navigate twisted families, broken faith, and a community built on silence. Hinterland is a slow, smoldering descent into human darkness, raw, poetic, and hypnotically bleak. The air feels heavy, the colors drained, the loneliness almost alive. Every episode is a confession wrapped in fog, asking what redemption looks like when the land itself seems cursed. This is Wales with blood in the rivers and secrets carved into the stone. It's quiet, haunting, and heartbreakingly human. Number 7. 9 Perfect Strangers. Masha Dmitrichenko is a mystery wrapped in silk and serenity. Once a high-powered executive who nearly lost everything, she now runs Tranquillum House, an exclusive wellness retreat tucked deep in the hills, a place promising healing, transformation, and rebirth. But behind the glass walls and whispering waterfalls, something darker stirs. 9 broken strangers arrive, each carrying the wreckage of their lives. A failing marriage, a dead child, an addiction, a wound that won't close. They came here to escape, to forget, to be remade. Under Masha's calm, unblinking gaze, they begin her strange spiritual experiments. Meditation that feels more like hypnosis, therapy that cuts too deep, and treatments that blur the line between medicine and madness. Slowly, the peace turns uneasy. The walls start closing in. Secrets leak out like blood under silk. The guests begin to see that Masha isn't saving them. She's using them, bending their pain into something she can control. And as her grip tightens, the line between salvation and manipulation disappears. 9 Perfect Strangers is a haunting, slow-burn drama about control, trauma, and the seductive power of healing. It's lush, eerie, and disorienting. A story about people trying to find light in a place that feeds on their darkness. This is self-help turned sinister. This is therapy with teeth. And beneath the calm surface of Tranquillum House, something dangerous is always waiting to wake. Number 6. And Then There Were None. 10 strangers, each one carrying a sin they thought they'd buried deep, beneath lies, wealth, and years of silence. They arrive on a desolate island, invited by a mysterious host who never shows his face. The mansion is pristine, almost too perfect, a beautiful tomb waiting to be filled. Then, as the storm closes in, a voice echoes through the room, a gramophone, accusing every guest of murder, one, by name. And from that moment, the game begins. This isn't a murder mystery, it's a psychological execution, a slow, methodical stripping away of civility until only guilt and fear remain. Each death is more than punishment, it's a verdict, precise, poetic, unavoidable. Aidan Turner's Philip Lombard, all rugged charm and hidden arrogance, meets his fate with the same smirk he's always worn. Charles Dance as Judge Wargrave, calm, calculating, almost godlike, commands every frame with chilling precision. Every performance here drips with dread and repression, the kind that only exists when people know they deserve what's coming. By the end, there's nothing left but silence, and the grim satisfaction of knowing justice, in its purest form, finally came ashore. If you crave stories that bleed atmosphere, elegant, cruel, and utterly human, this is one of the finest ever told. A perfect storm of guilt, isolation, and poetic punishment. Number 5. Cardinal. John Cardinal, the detective of Algonquin Bay, is less a man and more a walking archive of northern guilt. His domain is the relentless cold, a landscape that mirrors the frost in his own soul. He moves on the slow, haunted rhythms of stale coffee, snow-choked highways, and the phantoms of crimes the world has forgotten, but he hasn't. When a girl's body is yielded from the grip of the ice, Cardinal's long-dormant intuition doesn't just return, it snaps back like a frozen wire. This single tragedy is merely the first thread in a sprawling, nefarious tapestry of serial predation, woven with lies so deep the endless Canadian snow can no longer shroud them. His assigned partner, Lise Delorme, is an unyielding blade of intelligence, driven by a purpose she must keep secret. She is the internal observer, tasked with peeling back the layers of Cardinal's suspected corruption. Yet, as the trail darkens and the bodies become milestones, the partners find themselves magnetized by a singular, chilling truth. Here, in the vast white silence, evil is not a shout. It is a meticulously crafted whisper. Cardinal is a bleak, breathtaking plummet into Canada's glacial heart of darkness, a space where every silence is pregnant with meaning, and every discovery cuts straight to the bone. Forget the frantic pace of the chase. This is a slow, suffocating study of isolation, atmosphere, and the crushing tonnage of remorse. This is the North, pure, indifferent, and exquisitely merciless. The snow attempts to be the ultimate pallbearer, burying every transgression, but nothing, in this eternal frost, ever truly consents to stay hidden. Number 4. Utopia. Jessica Hyde has spent her life running, from faceless men, from buried experiments, from a past stitched together with fear. She's the kind of woman who doesn't appear by chance. She arrives like a warning. When a group of strangers discovers a legendary graphic novel called The Utopia Experiments, their quiet obsession turns into a deadly chase. The comic, rumored to predict real-world disasters, hides something far darker than ink and imagination. Soon they find themselves hunted by a secret organization, known only as the Network, a force that operates in the shadows, pulling strings no one even knows exist. As their lives unravel, the boundaries between fiction and reality collapse. Conspiracy becomes currency, truth becomes poison, and survival means questioning everything you've ever believed about control, sacrifice, and the price of salvation. Utopia is a hypnotic, razor-edged thriller that blends paranoia with beauty. Every frame bursts with color, every line hums with dread. It's bold, unsettling, and eerily prophetic. A story about what happens when the pursuit of a better world turns monstrous. This isn't just mystery television, it's a neon fever dream about the cost of knowing too much. Number 3. The Residence. Inside the most famous house in America, something feels off. Behind the polished marble floors and formal smiles of the White House staff, one death shatters the illusion of order. The walls are spotless, but the air hums with lies. Detective Cordelia Cupp walks into this storm of secrets with quiet confidence and an unshakable curiosity. She is sharp, unpredictable, and sees through the polished layers everyone else accepts. A dead body in the heart of power becomes her doorway into a world of silent deals, whispered betrayals, and people who serve the country while hiding from themselves. Each hallway she steps through hides another story. The butlers, advisors, chefs, and guards, all of them carrying a secret too heavy to hold. Cordelia moves through the chaos like a strange mix of precision and empathy, piecing together clues no one dares to mention aloud. The show blends dark humor with sharp mystery. One moment it feels like a comedy of manners, the next it slips into deep tension. Uzo Aduba leads the way with presence and poise, carrying scenes with eyes that see everything and a voice that cuts through the noise. A mystery dressed in elegance, filled with secrets that shine under the chandeliers. It's beautiful, strange, and quietly dangerous, where every step echoes like a confession. Number 2. The Mentalist. Patrick Jane used to make a living as a fake psychic, dazzling TV audiences with his mind tricks and sharp charm. But when his illusionist world crumbled after a devastating tragedy, the man who once played with people's minds began chasing monsters for real. Now, he works with the California Bureau of Investigation, not as a believer in magic, but as a man who sees through every lie. On the surface, Jane is playful, unpredictable, and a little too sure of himself. But behind that easy smile is a haunted mind, restless, vengeful, and laser-focused on one goal: finding Red John, the elusive serial killer who tore his life apart. Each case he takes becomes a psychological chess match, where Jane uses his uncanny perception to expose guilt, grief, and deception in everyone he meets. The world of The Mentalist isn't about flashing lights or high-speed chases. It's about silence, observation, and the sharp click of realization when Jane spots the truth no one else can see. The show paints a landscape of California that feels both sunlit and shadowed. Warm smiles masking dark motives, justice tangled with obsession. With every episode, The Mentalist dives deeper into the mind, exploring how far intelligence can take you before emotion drags you back down. It's smart, elegant, and laced with melancholy. A story about grief disguised as genius, revenge wrapped in charm, and a man trying to outthink the devil while running from his own ghosts. This is the Golden Coast with secrets in every shadow and a smile that knows too much. Cool, clever, and quietly tragic, The Mentalist isn't just a crime drama. It's a beautiful game of truth and illusion. Number 1. American Horror Story. American Horror Story is a fever dream carnival of blood, lace, and lunacy. Each season is a new haunted house built from the bones of your worst nightmares, wired with camp electricity and dripping with Ryan Murphy's signature glitter gore. The same faces: Sarah Paulson's trembling saints, Evan Peters' unhinged devils, Jessica Lange's razor-tongued queens, keep coming back, reincarnated into fresh hells like cursed dolls. It kicks off with Murder House, a sticky trap of adultery and ghosts that claws into your skull. Then it shapeshifts. Asylum locks you in a madhouse of Nazi experiments and demonic nuns. Coven slings hexes and acid-tongued sorcery in New Orleans' humid rot. Freak Show parades broken bodies under sawdust and spotlights. Later seasons spiral wild. Hotel bathes in neon depravity. Roanoke plays found-footage mind games. Apocalypse detonates the world with Antichrist swagger. Season 12, Delicate drags fertility horror into glossy Manhattan lofts. AHS is a binge that bites back. It's gorgeous, grotesque, and often drunk on its own perfume. Pacing stumbles, subplots bloat, but when it hits, it rips your heart out with a stiletto and serves it on a silver platter. This ain't subtle horror, it's a sequined scream in the dark, daring you to look away. And that's the list. We cracked the case on the top 11 best mystery shows out there. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment below and tell me what mystery series I missed. If you enjoyed this countdown, please hit the like button and subscribe to Flick Finesse. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.